Nagbabalik muli ang M2 Mobile Legends Bang Bang World Championship. Rep TC, nandito pa rin dito para sa game number 5 na. Tayo na 2-2 ang score, even the odds. So again, nabalik na nga. Sinabi mo kanina that it is back to best of 3, Kuya Rob.
Best of 3 na nga dito, Kuya Reptar. And we called it, yung game number 3, yun yung yung time talaga na makakakita tayo ng signs of life from Burmese Ghouls.
Oo.
Ginawa nila yon. But before anything else, we would like to thank our official telco partner, Smart.
Power up your game with Smart's free games for all. Witness your favorite teams battle it out and apply the gameplays with your squad as Smart powers up your game with free games for all. Get up to 14 gigabytes for Mobile Legends and Facebook Gaming for only 99 pesos for 7 days. Simply download the new GigaLife app and choose free games.
Speaking of free, meron din kayo makukuha ang free skin when you log into your account sa Mobile Legends on January 30. And not only that, we also have here our M2 exclusive skin. Ito nga, nakikita nyo sa inyong mga screen. That's Clint. Pwede nyo yung bilhin using 899 diamonds, or pwede nyo ring gawin yung mga task and you can gain M2 coins wherein pwede nyo bilhin yung skin na yan, battle emote, special avatar border, or even yung sacred stone statue. And yeah, kunin nyo na yan dahil limited yan. Isa sa mga sumusuporta sa M2 for sure. One for the books talaga. Kumbaga, limited. Talagang lagi mong maaalala. If and only if, kung BREN ang mananalo dito, sobrang masasabi ko, pag tinitignan mo yung skin ay dito nanalo.
Dito
BREN.
nanalo yung BREN Esports.
Pero kasi, Kuya Reptar, from 2-0, bumawi ng dalawa in terms of momentum. Nag-swing papunta ngayon sa Burmese Ghouls
Yeah, this is the grand finals. Man, kahit na sa sobra daming support na pinapakita namin sa BREN Esports, we're having fun here. Na andun pa rin naman talaga yung pakiramdam at saka yung respeto para sa Burmese Ghouls na alam namin na may chance naman sila maka-even the odds. Grand final sila, malakas sila na team. But of course, we just want to do our best here para maging kalmado naman kayo to really still keep the faith with BREN Esports. And hindi pa naman tapos ang laban hanggang umabot tayo ng tapos ng laban. The game isn't over until the game's over, and the game is until game number 7 sa series natin.
Kasi ganito yung Kuya Reptar. Diba? Kung iisipin mo, kung naging 4-0 kasi, wishful thinking, tapos na tayo ngayon.
Tapos na.
Diba? 9 o'clock pa lang. Kumbaga, nandito pa lang yung kasarapan Malay mo, kakauwi pa lang ni Kuya, kakauwi pa lang ni Daddy, tapos na nga agad, alas 9 pa lang. Kung kakatapos nyo pa lang mag-grocery, ngayon pa lang kayo nakauwi, at ready pa kayo, gusto nyo pang manood dito. Kumbaga, gusto nyo pang magpaantok, manonood kayo ng Mobile Legends, ito na yung best time. At saktong-sakto lang dahil mayroon pa tayong potential 3 matches. So both of the teams are 2 games away. So guaranteed na may 2 laban pa tayo dahil it boils down ngayon. Yung best of 7 natin napunta na ngayon sa best of 3. Complete reset between the teams. Ano nga ba yung naging sagot ng bawat team dito? Kanina nakita natin pin-priority ban ng Burmese Ghouls yung basha ni Flap TC. We're in game number 4, hinayaan nila to at pin-priority naman kunin yon ng BREN Esports. Pero ginula tayo dito yung perseverance dito ng Burmese Ghouls getting that 2 marksman. What do you think, Reptar? Uulitin kaya to ng Burmese Ghouls?
Now, potentially, nakita naman natin na gumana But I feel like BREN Esports will recognize na nakita natin na hindi sila matakot na mag-double marksman. Even though BREN Esports, ang ganda nung lineup nila to go up against a double marksman lineup. Nakita na nga natin in the early game, sila yung in the lead doon. But then, because hindi natapos kagad ng BREN, and that's not at the fault of BREN Esports hindi kasalanan ng BREN Esports yun. Kasalanan, hindi naman kasalanan. Pero dahil sa Burmese Ghouls, yung galaw nila, lagi nila, they always made sure that Claude or YSS nag-survive sa team fight. They always have one of those na nagsisplit push. So, with that, BREN Esports, of course, mahirapan talaga sila to close out the game. But again, this wasn't a bad effort by BREN. It was just a better effort by Burmese Ghouls. And gusto ko yung sanabi mo na nasa reset na tayo. In a sense, best of 7 pa rin, pero best of 3 na. Kagad, ang makita natin dito. Kasi we only have at most 3 games left. It's already game number 4. And you think ma-reset ba yung draft approach dito para sa game? Like, is there gonna be... Ano yung mga nakita mo nung the first 4 games with the drafts na baka mag-iba or might stay the same dito going into game number 5, Rom?
Ang iniisip ko dito, yung Digi talaga, hindi na talaga yan pakakawalan for the ban dito sa priority ban ng BREN Esports. Meanwhile naman, going into Burmese Ghoul, sa totoo lang, yung kanilang ban, hindi nang masyadong targeted eh. Parang they're just playing kung what's comfortable for their players eh. Like, komportable gumamit dito ng YSSCAs, komportable ditong gumamit ng Cloud CD, might as well pick it up right off the bat. Given, kumbaga, pinakitaan nga nila tayo ng side lane na nag-rock. We're in, sabihin na natin, hindi naging maganda yung early game nila, even yung Jawhead, ilang beses sila na-feed dito kay Carl TC. Pero, ito lang yun eh. Individually, ang galing nung dalawa nila. That was D on the Claude and as well with Ace. Sa tingin ko lang, ang kailangan lang gawin dito ng BREN Esports, gaya lang sabi mo kanina, they have almost perfect early to mid game. Yung transition lang talaga sa late game. Kasi itong meta natin ngayon, mga kaibigan, especially to the people na kakalaro lang ng Mobile Legends, yung meta natin kasi ngayon, ang bilis ng comeback potential. Kung nakita mo yung goal, yung swing on the graph, ang taas ng BREN Esports. Pero suddenly, nung na-pick off nila doon si Carl TC, doon sa chase nila, kay T, nag-swing yun bigla. Ang daming opportunity na wala, hindi nila nakuha yung first Lord, and from there, parang nakahinga dun eh, yung Burmese Ghoul.
Yeah, and now Burmese Ghouls and both BREN Esports, they have their eyes set on going for a 3-2 lead. And I just want to say here, BREN Esports they've been in this situation before. Kaya they have a chance to make a comeback from this, and they will do everything that they can. Again, it just will boil down to the drafts. Kasi yung maganda naman sa BREN Esports ngayon is, hindi naman pangit yung galaw nila.
Definitely.
It's just that, nagmumukhang pangit lang yung galaw is if they're going up against a draft na, of course, papahirapan yung draft nila. So knowing that BREN Esports can move really well with a draft na they're comfortable with, they're happy with, and lamang yung draft nila, nagagawa nila eh. Again, early to mid, maganda yung draft nila nung game number 4. So, ang ganda ng galaw nila ng game number 4. It's just Burmese Ghouls na pa-hold on sila, umabot dun sa late game. So, that's one thing that we can be proud of with BREN Esports. And yung parang natin yun eh. Parang something to keep us calm. Mapapakalma tayo na, okay, maganda naman yung galaw ng BREN Esports dito. It will just boil down to the draft and the execution of both sides, really.
Oo. Alam mo, Reptar, itong game number 5 na to, para sa akin, this might be like a match point. Kasi whoever takes this game could potentially be our grand champion. I'm not calling it either of the two. I'm respecting both of the teams. Pero itong game number 5 na to, it might be a testament game. So, yung 4 games that we had, that was already a testing period na yun eh. Nakita na natin what they're capable of, kung paano yung approach nila on the draft. Coming here on to game number 5, this is more on a clash of kumbaga conclusion nung 4 na game na yon. Tabla sila doon. Yung unang game ngayon dito ng best of 3 na to would actually make sense kung sino talaga ang makakatapos ng series na to. And of course, as a Filipino fan, we're hoping that it's gonna be BREN Esports.
No.
Ang tanong, sa totoo lang, Kuya Reptar parang hindi naman kailangan palitan yung draft eh. Talagang lang things happen talaga eh. Yun yung sa late game talaga, naging malaking factor yon. It's just that Burmese Ghoul played on their winning condition. Alam nila na they can win on the late game regardless na may mga na-feed na nangyari, namatay yung Grak, namatay yung Jawhead. Pero as long as their 2 cores are not dying and getting the farm they need, they could have a comeback. At nagawa nila yon.
Yeah, 45 seconds hanggang makita natin yung draft for game number 5. That's a good point you brought up there. Pero, just because you win this game doesn't mean you win the series.
Yes.
Meron pang isa.
Totoo naman yun.
And again, these 2 teams are the best of the best in the world. And it's the grand finals, man. Things happen. Makita talaga natin yung mga bagay na maganda, and of the worst in the team, the best of the best. But now, it's a 2-2. Big mental reset para sa dalawang teams. Nakapag-break sila. And now with 10 seconds away, makita na natin ang draft for game number 5. And I feel like BREN Esports and Burmese Ghouls, ito yung isa sa mga, baka isa pa sa mga pinakamatagal na draft natin dito.
Ay, oo.
Kasi dahan-dahan talaga yung pickings na yan. Hindi ka pwede magpabilis ng pickings. Kuya Rob, draft time, back siya, Esmeralda ang tinanggal ng Burmese Ghouls, BREN Esports. Again, tinatanggal pa rin nila ang Diggy.
Oo, I don't think na magagamit yung Diggy na to all throughout the series dito sa Grand Finals, Kuya Reptar. Pero Burmese Ghoul here, they are on the first pick. Siguro yun din yung naging rason nila dito why they banned the Basha. So, they were actually thinking on ahead. Kanina, hindi nila binan yung Basha kasi they're gonna be on the 2 picks. So, in-expect nila that pagka ipaprioritize yun. So, this only states na nabase rin ng coach ng Burmese Ghoul, si Coach Ducky. Diba? They actually baited out the Basha na mapunta sa BREN Esports. Now, they ban it because they have to pick on first. The question is, Kuya Reptar, ano ang ipara-priority nila ngayon? Will they go for their usual? Will they go for the Benedetta? Or Selena ang kanilang naging sagot?
Okay, so tinanggal nila yung Selena ni Few. So BREN Esports have the option here to already once again kunin nila yung early picks ng carries. Isan Shin, I don't think magdo-double carry sila. Bukas pa yung Benedetta, bukas yung Yuzong, bukas ng Lapu-Lapu. Tinanggal dito yung back siya ni Flap TZ. So the Yuzong might be a pick na kunin nila dito early. Pero again, as I said, pinapag-isipan ng BREN, pinili nila instead yung Jawhead.
It's like they're trying to use the same heroes been used kanina dito ng Burmese Ghoul. Iba lang yung setup nila on the draft. Hindi nila ginawa yung risky play na ginawa ng Burmese Ghoul. Getting the Claude, getting the YSS. Ngayon, choice ngayon ng Burmese Ghoul if they would like to go for the Claude right now. Pero ang dami pa ng open dito para sa ng Burmese Ghoul. Lapu-Lapu, one of the heroes din na naging factor during game number 3, the reason why they won. They could pick it right now. Even Yu Zhongniti is still available. Ang daming open ngayon dito for the side of Burmese Ghoul.
And they pick up the Claude. So nakita natin yung dalawang carries ng teams. Support, tank, might be something the Burmese Ghouls will wanna pick up. And pinili nila ang Yuzong. So Yuzong and Baksha, wala na dito para kay Flap. Ano kaya pa pwede gamitin dito ni Kuya Flap, bro?
I think Lapu-Lapu will be best for Flap right now. I think they have to pick it right now. Or posible rin kunin na nila kagad dito yung kanilang mid hero. Pero I'm really leaning towards a fighter pick here. And Benedetta still online. So, ito mangyayari pala dito. No? Flap TC will be the one to use this one. Any for the side of you, ang dami magiging open sa kanya rito. He could use the Farsa as well. Pwede rin siyang gumamit ng what else gonna be? Even Loyi, hindi pa nga natin masyadong nakikita dito sa series na to. Pero so far, ang magiging target ng banning dito ng BREN Esports is rather a tank dito ng Burmese Ghoul.
Silvana. Ayun nga. Silvana nga, tinanggal dito ng BREN Esports na pwede nga sila mag-focus ban dito ng tank. Kasi yun pa yung kailangan dito ng Burmese Ghouls. Meanwhile, for Burmese, I think mages na naman yung magiging focus ban nila. And again, ayaw na nila makalaban yung Alice ni Ribo. Very deadly. And I won't be surprised kung Farsa din naman yung i-ban out dito ng Burmese. So mages and supports are gonna be the name of the game dito. What else ano pa yung nakikita mo mangyari sa ating draft dito, Rob?
Iniisipan ko ng that show is actually a good band dito. Kasi ang nagiging magandang talaga for the side of Burmese Ghoul, maybe kung titignan mo siya on a tank support role, lagi siyang namamatay. Pero he's actually doing his role. Talagang yung vision niya, kung yun yung kailangan niyang gawin, yun yung gagawin niya regardless mamatay siya. He actually takes the time, and in terms of kung sino yung kanilang tatargetin, laging on point itong si Maybe. It only makes sense banning that show para hindi rin mahirapan dito kung sino man ang magiging mid-hero dito ng BREN Esports. And ngayon, ang ban ng Burmese Ghoul, once again, gonna be the 1-1. Ayaw nila itong ibigay kay Ribo, pero Lunox ang naging sagot dito ni Fio. This is a strong early game-centric lineup from BREN Esports, Kuya Reptar.
Early to mid for BREN Esports at the late game. Isang hinabol dito ng Burmese Ghouls. So hindi na sila pwede mag-double carry unless mag-a-assassin sila in the jungle and in the gold lane para kay Claude. Pero baka makakawawa dun yung Claude kasi yung lineup dito ng BREN Esports, they can tower dive and pwede nila i-focus down yung Claude para mahirapan sila. Dalawang picks na lang dito para sa Burmese Ghouls. And again, yung sinabi mo kanina, tank supports ang nawawala sa kanila. And I think one of the best options na meron na lang para sa Burmese would either be the Akai. They could go Akai Farsa, this one, pero they already have the Selena, so probably not.
Yes, probably Atlas could be like a pseudo pick dito para sa Burmese Ghoul as they already lock the Harit here on the side lane. And yeah, you called it right, Reptar. Akai really made sense here for the side of Burmese Ghoul. Meanwhile, BREN Esports getting Khalid.
Ang bilis ng pick doon ng BREN Esports.
Ang gustong gawin dito ngayon ng BREN Esports is kumbaga daanan nila yung early game dito for Burmese Ghoul. Hindi na nila, kumbaga may mga conditions kasi yung power spikes dito ng Burmese Ghoul eh.
No.
Yes, nandito yung Selena could potentially be good on level 2. Pwede rin tong mag-glitch agad-agad para dito kay Ace. Pero kasi itong mga heroes nila dito medyo ultimate dependent eh. You want to have the Salmon Force first, or rather kailangan makapag-farm muna agad yung mga side lane dito ng Burmese Ghoul. Meanwhile, for BREN Esports, once Carl TZ gets his level 4, pwede na kagad silang mag-roam around the map. Even itong Khalid na to, as in level 1, kayang-kaya na kagad po-make off.
Oo. And now, BREN Esports, Grand Finals. Best of 7, kalaban ng Burmese Ghouls. Game number 5, we are tied 2-2. And I like how the fact na ang bilis na magpili ng BREN Esports ng Khalid. So this could mean na it could be a few na magagamit na naman ng Benedetta unless, nope, it is gonna be a few mage. Flat Benedetta, you called it right. Carl TZ with the Isan Shin, and si Ripo ang gagamit dito ng Khalid. So in the end, you still get BREN Esports na from the side lanes. Maganda naman yung pag-ano nila, potential to respond really quick and to go for the quick team fight responses. But what do you think about the early game lineups here na makita natin dito from these two teams, Kuya Rob?
It all boils down dito sa aggression dito ng BREN Esports. Try to cancel the purple buff, pero mukhang may trade-off yun, Kuya Reptar, as Fiu will be the first blood dito. Pero mukhang hindi pa hihinto ang BREN Esports na ayaw nilang ibigyan ng easy purple buff dito si Ace.
Oo, and ginagawa lang ng BREN Esports yung kailangan nila gawin, which is to delay the farm of the two carries. Si Claude, nakita mo na nga, medyo natagalan siya sa pagkuha ng purple buff. Hindi pa nga niya ata nakuha. And meanwhile, si Flap TZ, kina-cutwave na dito si Ruby DD. Thus, the reason why maganda yung XP lead niya. Pero si Fiu mukhang mahuli na naman dito ni Kid. The Selena in the mid lane. And Fiu, makakataka siya. Abyssal Arrow lalabas. Hindi makakatama. Now, Burmese Ghouls and BREN Esports still. Early game pa rin, wala pa tayong nakita masyadong aksyon other than the pick-off ng Burmese Ghouls. Kay Fiu.
Na-late dito yung level 4 ni Ace dito. Just all because yung delay doon sa may purple buff. Pero ang trade-off noon, that was 2 kills in favor of Burmese Ghoul. So, ngayon, medyo nagme-make sense pa rin eh. Kahit pa paano nadidelay dito si Ace, nakakakuha naman ng return kill dito ang Burmese Ghoul. But I think, Reptar, Carl TZ, medyo hindi pa natin nararamdaman masyado yung damage niya dito kasi kailangan niya pa ng mga farm. Pero once na ma-hit dito, like nila Lusty yung kanilang level 4, let alone si Fiu once na mag-hit ng level 4, I think that's where the real fight starts.
Yung maganda sa lineup dito ng BREN Esports is meron silang dalawang execute. The Flap TZ and Ribo, Khalid and Benedetta execute. So kailangan nang gawin dito ng BREN Esports is makabawas lang dito si Carl and si Fiu even though they don't get the kill, as long as it's gonna be enough para maka-execute dito ang BREN Esports, is gonna be more than enough. As yun na nga, there's gonna be a pick-off of the Kid. Napitas yung Selena dito, si Maybe is gonna be next, and that's gonna be Carl TZ with his first kill of the game. 2 for 2 right now, and mukhang yung unang turtle of the game ay mapupunta sa BREN Esports.
That's a complete turnaround, at dahil yon kay Lusty, he actually waited for it na pumasok doon sa brush, doon sa gitna, malapit doon sa may turtle pit. Well timed ngayon, punta ngayon dito ang momentum sa mga kaibigan natin from BREN Esports. At sabi natin dito kanina, Reptar, once they hit their level 4, once they hit their ultimate, magiging aggressive na ngayon ang BREN Esports. At kitang-kita mo sa mapa kung paano nila kinakat dito ang wave sa may ibandang ibaba.
And Lusty and Flap TZ maghahanap ng pressure doon sa orange buff. That's gonna be the Abyssal Arrow connecting onto Lusty, pero hindi papasok si Kid. Hindi pa nga siya nakaka-level 4 dito. So this Selena has to play it carefully, and BREN Esports can play to this lead. Pero mukha si Maybe dito. Ang mahuhuli doon sa bottom lane naman ay si Ruby DD. So yung Harith nahirapan sa pressure dito ni Fiu at ni Flap TZ.
Oo. So kailangan gawin ngayon dito ng Burmese Ghoul makakuha sila ng return kill dito kay Ribo as 3 members of the Burmese Ghoul now maybe pinning down sa may bandang pader dito si Ribo pero mukhang mabubuhay pa siya.
Buhay pa rin si Ribo! Ginamit yung quick sand guard pero si Dean sinusubukan niya. Kasalanan na Tony pero nakatakas pa rin si Ribo! Double kill with Lusty! The tower hit and the sustain! Lusty with the save kay Ribo, Kuya Rob!
Save na save. That was a well-timed quick sun guard. DODOMG. Yun na nga mga kaibigan. That was a complete turnaround from BREN Esports. At alam mo ba, Kuya Reptar, dalawa lang silang nandun dahil yung 3 miyembro ng BREN Esports ay nagbabasag lang sa ibaba.
And yun nga, nakabasag sila ng Torre doon sa baba. That's gonna be the Hurricane Dust na ginamit doon kay Few. Electro Final Blow na gamit dito ni Flap TCS. There is gonna be a team fight happening here in the middle lane. That is gonna be kill na pupunta dito sa BREN Esports. Ikidang napitas. So that is a 1-for-none trade. A 1-for-1 win for BREN Esports in the lead in this game number 5.
Nako, Reptar, masasabi ko na ang ganda na naman ng simula dito ng BREN Esports. And kumbaga sa sa winning condition, ginagawa na naman what they did on game number 4. Nangyari na yung kanilang mistake kanina. I doubt na mangyayari yun ulit. At look at that, secured na naman yung turtle. Maybe mabuhay ka doon. Pero dito, may mamamatay na naman and that's gonna be kid. Siya yung may kid dito, pero siya talaga yung binabata ngayon ng mga tropa natin from BREN Esports.
Ruby DDNA sa ilalim ng Torre, hindi makakapasok dito si Carl, TZ, and Few. But again, the constant pressure na nilalagay sa sidelines ni Flap TZ na hindi makaform dito si Ruby DD. And again, Burmese Ghouls have a lineup na sobrang depende sa pwede makaform dito si Ace at si Ruby. But dahil nga, BREN Esports naman ang nag-up ng pressure sa early game dito dahil sa mabilis na rotation nila na gumagaling sa Khalid, na gumagaling dito sa Benedetta ni Flap TZ. Burmese Ghouls naman ang nasurpresa ngayon. That's gonna be a tower break in the top lane, Kuya Rob.
Oo, gulat na gulat sila dito. Pero look at ginamit niya naman dito yung Dragon. Pero para saan? Dahil si Ribo, tatalon lang doon. Pero yung arrow, tumama. Pero lumuhod dito si Ribo. Pero that's not gonna be enough. Dahil merong execute dito si Kuya D. Pero speaking of D, si Ruby DD, nandito sa may bandang likod, nagsasaman force doon sa mga minion wave. Pero si Baby, nadikit sa pader si Flap TZ.
Si Flap TZ buhay pa rin, pero napitas doon ni D. If susubukan niya makukuha ng pick-off dito, si Lusty papasok, hindi na. Magpapakita lang, Burmese Ghouls are able to get a few kills here, pero BREN Esports, sila pa rin ang nasa lead ngayon with the 4K gold lead. They have 3 towers over none na nabasag dito ng Burmese Ghouls, so hindi pa nakakabasag ng Torre. Ngayon, ang BREN Esports. Babalik tayo sa game real quick while it's going on. Pero ano yung mga nakita mo na maganda dito na nangyari para sa BREN?
Actually, it's a chain of events talaga eh. Masasabi ko lang dito, BREN Esports, they are still on the lead. Halata naman yon. Pero kasi yung Burmese Ghoul, nandito na naman tayo sa point na they know their winning condition. They have this Claude on their lineup. And by far, hindi pa nga namamatay dito si Ace.
Oo, and Carl TZ, atas na ng damage ng isang shield na to at hindi pa siya nahuhuli. Abisalaro, hindi makaka-connect. They're waiting for the turtle and that is gonna be the turtle secured by BREN Esports. Now the positioning here of maybe, baka makukuha sila ng pick-off kung hindi mag-ingat dito ang BREN. Pero tignan mo nga, dahil sa pressure sa waves na nilagay doon sa bot lane, hindi makatulong o hindi makaakyat si Ace.
Alam mo, dito kay Reptar, kailangan na lang gawin dito ng BREN Esports is to choke out the resources ng Burmese Ghoul. Huwag nilang palabasin dito yung mga members na to. Ito, gawin nila, ibato nila, yan si Kid, gawing bata na yan. At yun, patay siya doon.
Si Ruby DD, pero ito yung wombo combo ng Burmese Ghouls. Pero BREN Esports lumalaban pa rin. Andito na si Flap! Si Flap TZ, and si Ribo, and si Lusty. Dumiretso doon sa backline. Good toss by Lusty para makatakas doon si Flap. Pero si Flap lumalaban pa rin. D in a sandwich here. Carl TZ, mataas pa yung buhay niya. Susubukan niya at ato. That is gonna be DNA's really low. That is a 3-for-2 trade na lumamang ang Burmese Ghouls. But again, breathe easy. In the lead pa rin ang BREN. And they just need to readjust. Na-pick off lang sila. Na nalagay lang sila sa unfortunate situation. That was a good play though. Galing sa Burmese Ghouls.
Kailangan mag-ingat sila dito, Kuya Reptar, kasi medyo lumalalim sila dun eh. They was actually on the back of the outer turret on the mid lane. That's one of the reasons bakit naging awkward sa kanila. Parang ang nangyayari kasi ngayon dito for Burmese Burmese Gold is pinapahabol nila yung mga members ng BREN Esports. Alam nila na magiging aggressive talaga yon. Pero ang kailangan gawin ngayon dito ng Burmese Gold, kailangan nilang i-pick off dito si Ace kasi uncontested yung farm niya hanggang ngayon.
Oo, kailangan nila mahinto yung plot na to. As long as BREN Esports, pag nakakuha na nga sila ng shutdown doon, it could be a big swing for BREN. Pero at the same time, for Burmese Ghouls, it could be a really big swing kung mahuli naman sila mahuli nila si Carl Tizzy, who is at 3-0-2 right now. 2-0-3 naman for Ace. So the carries of both teams are doing really well. Pero sa XP at sa Gold, lamang dito si Carl Tizzy.
Lamang nga talaga dito si Carl Tizzy. And they have to hold it. Turtle pa naman yung lalabas. They could potentially take the first floor dito. Might be uncontested, pero they have to change their strategy ngayon dito, Kuya Reptar. The Turtle probably will be secured once again here by BREN Esports. Pero kasi yung Burmese Ghoul patient din kasi talaga yung gameplay nila eh. Alam nila na kaya nilang pumalag sa late game. So might as well play it safely.
Oh, maybe. Medyo mali yung pasok na doon. Pero mahuli to sila. Here comes si Alecto, final blow. And si Ace na naman with a blazing to win. Si Flap TC, ang daming damage na nakuha niya. That's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. Benedetta para kay Akai. And BREN Esports, medyo nabawasan pero lumalaban pa sila. Di papasok. Diretso kay Carl TC. Pero ang taas na ng damage dito ng Isan Shin. And Carl TC can do it. Few as well. Sinusubukan niya. At 3 na lang ang naiwan dito. 2 na lang ang naiwan sa BREN. Si Ribo natagalan doon sa bottom lane. Pero kailangan niya mag-split push doon. And that is gonna be once again BREN Esports caught off guard. Ribo, Raging Sandstorm. Hindi kumokonekta. Kid and Ruby DD. Susubukan ni Ribo makakuha ng kill. The trap. The quicksand guard just to heal. He bought time. But that is Ribo that got picked off. We still have ourselves a game much closer. And the story is, yung dalawang jungler, dalawang carry ng dalawang teams na to, hindi pa sila nahuhuli. Kung sino man ang unang jungler ata na mahuli, yun ang magiging turning point ng game natin.
Pero kasi ang nangyayari dito, Reptar, Burmese Ghoul, they have this certain capability na mang-focus fire alam nila na papasok doon si Flap TC. Naku po, tinamaan pa ng pana, but the ejector will be saved here by Lusty. Going back to the point doon sa team fight na yun, Kuya Reptar, ang nangyari doon is that pagpasok ni Flap TC, nag-back away yung Burmese Ghoul. Yung Harit, pumunta doon sa likod together with Ace. So, pinocus fire muna nila si Flap TC. Hindi nila hinayaan na mag-slice in and dice in doon sa likod. And from there, nung nawala si Flap TC, that's the time they go sa BREN Esports.
Si Lusty ang nahuli doon, pero tingnan natin kung re-responde dito ang BREN. Wala lang Hurricane Dance dito si Maybe and si Flap TC, papasok siya. Ginamit na ang Zaman Force ni Ruby DD and BREN Esports, ginawa nila yung tama. Disiplina, wag muna sila lumaban kasi 4 versus 4 situation yun. Pero medyo malulugi sila doon. Pero si Ribo ang mahuhuli dito. Raging Sandstorm ginamit para makatakas lang. Flap TC going in. Ace, muntika na mapitas. Blazing duet na force out. And BREN Esports are gonna be happy about that kasi for just a moment, makaka-manage na ata sila ng waves as there is gonna be a technical pause. Very, very close game dito para sa game number 5. Rob, ano mga nakikita na natin na pwede magiging turning point or what's going wrong for these two teams? Anong analysis natin, Kuya Rob?
Ang nakikita ko dito, Reptar, medyo complete swing na ngayon ng gold. Makikita natin doon that was still on BREN Esports side, pero alam natin na nakahabol na dito ang Burmese Ghoul. In terms of map control, Burmese Ghoul had it. Kung mapapansin mo, that engagement on the mid lane was actually a 4v5 dahil yung Yuzhong nandun sa likod. Ang kadalasang galaw kasi talaga dito ni D with this Yuzhong is flank So ang ginagawa niya, parang ang ginagawa ng Burmese Ghoul dito, pinapahabol nila yung mga members ng BREN Esports, then sa likod, fina-flank sila doon nung Dragon. So ngayon, BREN Esports has to take it slow. And they are still on the lead. They are still capable on winning this series. Hindi naman sila behind Sila nga yung lamang nung early game Kaso kasi Burmese Ghoul realizing na kaya naman natin silang sabayan sa late game. Kumbaga, i-bait natin. Hayaan natin sila yung sumugod ng sumugod kasi in terms of counter engagement, yun doon nagiging mas malakas ang ang Burmese Ghoul.
Yeah, and yung maganda dito is yung positioning for BREN Esports is that, okay, nata-turn around na konti ng Burmese Ghouls. But as long as Carl TZ stays in a safe distance, okay naman social distancing muna dito si Carl TZ. And gumagana naman na in the fact na hindi pa na-shutdown dito yung Isan Shin niya. That's gonna be a really big goal swing. Yung pinakamadalas na pumapasok na nilalagay yung sarili niya in a bad position is si Ace. Kasi kailangan niya pumasok with a Blazing Duet. Pero yung mga nabubuhusan lang niya ng mga Blazing Duet, yung mga Khalid, yung Jawhead, yung Benedetta, Carl TZ is safe. as we get later into the game at nakakakuha ng armor items dito, yung mga frontliners ng Bren, makita na ng Burmese Ghouls na parang hindi masyado malaki yung return dito, na nakaka-blazing duet ako, pero parang hindi pa masyado malaki yung bawas, and at that point, he's gonna be put in a worse situation, delikadong posisyon, kung wala siyang BMI, kung mastan siya, tapos si Carl TC nasa likod lang. And that's the thing that Bren needs to keep in mind. Dapat hindi dito mapita si Carl, we can commit, pero dapat merong isa sa atin na pinoprotektahan yung backline natin na Isan Shin.
Pwede. I like your point, no? Na may kailangan talagang mag-protect dito with Carl TC. As per Carl TC, he's actually doing a very great job naman going here onto the late game. Hindi, guys, hindi naman siya napipick off. He actually has a good position during the game. Ang masasabi ko lang dito, Flap TC has to step up onto this game. Kailangan siya yung parang Yuzhong nung kabila Kailangan mag-force siya ng reaction. Katulad nga, tignan mo rito ngayon sa mapa, Kuya Reptar. Flap TC is already doing that. Sa side lane push na siya ngayon. Kumbaga, to the point na kailangan pumunta yung attention dito ng Burmese Ghoul. And one of the reason bakit ginagawa ni Flap TC to, kasi yung Lord nasa ibaba. So meaning to say, 4 members ng BREN Esports ay gonna be circling around the Lord here on the bottom lane, while itong si Flap TC will try to ask for attention na puntahan siya sa top lane.
The thing with BREN Esports, what they need to watch out for other than the blazing duet, yung mga setup na ginagawa dito ni Maybe, is the fact na meron pang Zaman Force na kailangan na iwasan dito ng Bren. Ruby DD 2-1-5, di pa natin siya masyado nararamdaman. But with the melee heavy, frontline heavy lineup na meron dito ang BREN Esports, even Lunox hindi siya masyado na sa backline. Kailangan niya lumapit konti sa laban. That Zaman Force could be a problem for BREN Esports and something that they have to watch out for as this Lord na mabilis na binabawasan dito ng Burmese Ghouls. Kuya Rob.
Oh no! Hindi na yata masisteal yun dito ng BREN Esports as Lusty tried his best, pero siya yata unang mapipitas, but with Blazing Duet, ang sakit dito ng damage ni Ace secured ngayon ng Burmese Ghoul ang Lord, and even Flap TC actually about to die doon sa may bottom lane, pero hindi pa yun dahil tatlong miyembro dito ng BREN Esports. Isama mo pa dito si Rebo, 4 ang nawala ngayon dito sa BREN. Ang nakakatakot pa doon, Kuya Reptar, dahil yung Lord hindi pa sumusugod. Yung palang paparating pa lang sa ibaba. So ngayon ang mangyayari, mauubos ngayon dito ang mga outer turrets ng BREN Esports.
Flap TC, kailangan mag-ingat dito. Si Lusty nakabalik na. Mga 15 seconds in average ang respawn timer dito ng BREN Esports. Yung Lord medyo malayo pa, pero yung mga second tier towers ang mukhang mababasag dito ng Burmese Ghouls. Second tier tower in the bottom lane goes down. Yuzhong ng Burmese Ghouls nagsisplit push sa taas para subukan niya mabasagin yun. There's gonna be a wave cut here. That's gonna be BREN Esports focusing na onto the Lord into the bottom lane. And mukhang BREN Esports, mahinto nila yung Lord dito. Hindi siya makaka-charge up ng damage dun sa Torre, dun sa baba. Burmese Ghouls naman in the top lane are trying to break that tower. Kuya Rob, BREN Esports with a defense. Match point defense para sa Pilipinas. Kapit lang Pinas, tignan natin kung ano magagawa dito ng BREN Esports.
Kapit basic talaga sila dito dahil yung Dragon ni Tidon, sinuzonaw dito ang member ng BREN Esports as the tower on the top lane already destroyed. Reptar, even yung baba, isang normal attack na lang as Ruby DD taking it down, pero hindi pa humihinto dito ang mga member natin from Burmese Ghoul as they want another fight, pero disiplina daw muna galing Myanmar ang ipapakita nila sa atin as they back away. They took what they need. Nabasagan nila dito ng 2 base turret ang BREN Esports. Okay na yon. Hayaan natin muna. Hintayin natin muna na maging agresibo ulit ang BREN Esports. As per BREN Esports, they have to rethink their approach dito sa late game dahil ang Burmese Ghoul 1 Lord away or a pick off away para kunin ang larong ito.
BREN Esports, I feel like they need to go for the counter engage this time naman ang gusto nila hanapin na Lusty is having a really great game onto the Jawhead. Nakuha naman yung targets na gusto niya iba to. Pero yung Burmese Ghouls nagiging nangyari is pag engage ng BREN Esports, magka-counter lang sila. Few ginamit yung power of Order Brilliance para makuha yung purple buff pero mapupunta kay Ruby DD on that Harith. BREN Esports, hinahanap yung kailangan nila gawin para makadepensa pero si Lusty ang mahuli doon. Jawhead is gonna get really low in the blazing duet and the damage and the wombo combo ng Burmese Ghouls. Dalawa kagad na wala sa BREN Esports. Lusty and Carl TC as BREN Esports are gonna try to hold on, and Burmese Ghouls naman susubukan nila tapusin ang laban na to. Wala na dito si Carl TC, the main physical damage dealer ng BREN Esports, yung main carry nila. Flap TC and Rebo with the AOE damage sinusubukan nila pero wala silang panghuli dito sa Harith. Flapteasy, Libo are gonna try to defend this, but with 10 seconds plus, it's gonna look really difficult para sa BREN Esports. Flapteasy naman, sinusubukan tapusin nandito ng BURMESE GHOULS ang game na to, and that is gonna be match point! 3-2, the team from Myanmar! Surprising us all! And now they're feeling carefree. They're feeling happy. Because they're about to put Myanmar in the map and surprise the world. Pero BREN Esports, now, kung gusto nila manalo ng World Championship, they have to do it. 2 games in a row, kailangan nila kumpletuhin ang reverse sweep.
Kailangan talaga nilang gawin ang reverse sweep dito, Reptar. Sad boys ngayon ang mga tropa nating sumusuporta sa BREN Esports. They still had this series, Reptar. Early game, they delivered. It's just that Burmese Ghoul are really looking very strong on taking their winning condition, taking the fights that they can risk. Hindi ano sila eh, sobrang maingat nilang maglaro. Look at Ace, uncontested, hindi mapasok, even Lusty. Hindi niya, kumbaga, siya yung inuunahan doon sa laban na yon. And ito lang yan mga kaibigan, 2 laro ang kailangan dito ng BREN Esports. They have to reset. Going into game number 6, there is a potential 7 games. Okay lang, Kuya Reptar.
Grand Finals naman.
Grand Finals. This is a Grand Final worthy. Burmese Ghoul on the first 2 games, medyo inalam pa nila. Kumbaga parang pinakiramdaman pa nila ang laban nila against BREN Esports. Pero with a comeback 3 games na sunod-sunod,
yes,
it looks like this team, kumbaga eto na yung nandito na yung disiplina nila, makikita mo talaga, Kuya Reptar.
Pero wag natin kalimutan, kailangan lang natin kumapit. Kailangan natin maipakita natin ang suporta para sa BREN Esports. Hindi ito ang huling, this isn't the first time. Hindi ito yung unang beses sa M2 na nalagay tayo sa sitwasyon na akala na ng mundo na mawawala na ang Pilipinas. Omega was eliminated, but ito, ang BREN Esports team na to, sila yung team nakaabot sa Grand Finals galing sa lower bracket. Sila yung team na natalo ng Burmese Ghouls in the opening match of the upper bracket nung day number 1, pero nakabalik pa rin sila. Pinagdaanan nila ang Alter Ego, pinagdaanan nila ang RQ Hoshi, pinagdaanan nila ang Todak from Malaysia. Ang lahat na nadaanan dito ng BREN Esports ay mga kampiyon. Todak, kampiyon ng MYSG, Kuya Rob. Alter Ego, kampiyon ng MPLI, kung saan sila natalo. Tinalo nilang BREN Esports 3-0, pero ang BREN Esports nakaganti sila dito sa M2. And of course, RQ Hoshi, the Indonesia Giants at ang mga kampiyon ng MPL Indonesia, tinalo rin ng BREN Esports. This isn't the first time na ang BREN Esports had their backs against the wall. This isn't the first time na ang BREN Esports ay muntik na o malapit na matalo. If there is any team in M2, if there is any team in the Philippines, and if there is any team in the world na makakabalik from a 3-2 deficit, that is BREN Esports. So guys, kapit lang tayo. Keep the faith. Keep believing. Keep showing your support for BREN Esports. Kailangan na nila. Kung dumadasal kayo, dasal na tayo lahat. At ang BREN Esports, alam natin, ay isang team that rely on their skills, that rely on their abilities, and that rely on their belief in themselves. Kulang na lang is for us to believe in BREN Esports, Rob.
That was one motivational speech that you have to remember, mga kaibigan. And I totally agree with Reptar. Lahat ng sinabi na doon, walang mali. Kung tama naman, kung merong team na makakabalik from this kind of deficit, BREN Esports ang number 1 na unang papasok sa inyong mga isipan. Pero kailangan talaga nilang gawin na rito ang best nila, dahil they are 1 game away to get eliminated here on M2 World Championship. Sa totoo lang, they are doing very well on the early game. They know that they are very strong. They know their winning condition. It's just that Burmese Ghoul, sila yung mas nakakalamang in terms of decision during the game itself. Na-realize nila na hindi sila nananalo during the early game, might as well gawin natin, medyo mag-counter-engage tayo. Parang hinihintay lang nila yung BREN Esports na pumasok. Tapos itong si Maybe, ginagamit lang nilang pang-neutralize dito sa aggression ng BREN Esports while Ace is farming. While itong Harit ay nagfa-farm, D is always on a good position on the flank. Look at this, one of his best hero dito, that KDA 527. Kulang pa yan sa naibigay dito na ambag ni D. As for BREN Esports, Carl TZ, he actually didn't die almost on the... Yung 3-2-2 na yan, dulo na yan eh. Diba? He's actually 3-0-2. Ang nagiging problema lang talaga dito, hindi sila makakuha ng pick-off. Lusty, not finding... hindi siya makakuha ng magandang ejector eh kasi ang ganda ng pag-zone out dito eh ni Maybe.
No mga mid-game. In the early game, again, this has been the story for the last 2 games para sa BREN Esports is ang ganda ng laro nila sa early to mid. And Burmese Ghouls, sobrang dahan-dahan yung laro nila in that phase kasi alam nila in the past 2 drafts that we had para sa Burmese Ghouls, yung lineup nila scales well into the late game. So now, I think, mangyayari dito para sa BREN Esports is mental readjustment at draft readjustment. Kung ang BREN Esports, they've been looking for momentum. They've been looking for early game domination. I feel like BREN Esports na, ang hanapin nila is yung balance. Ang balanse between a late game and an early game lineup.
I like what you pointed out, no? Na early game, they are very promising. Pero kasi the winning condition for BREN Esports is really to win the early to mid game. Come into late game, kadalasan ang nananalo dito is Burmese Ghoul. Kid here with a 5-4-12 KDA. In terms of Abyssal Arrows, he's actually landing. Pero sabihin na natin, that was like what, 60% of the time. Pero kasi ang pinaka naging ambag dito ng Selena na to was actually vision. That one of the reason kung bakit he uncontested dito si Ace kasi alam niya kung nasaan yung mga members dito ng BREN Esports. Maybe and Kid, they are two of I may say dito na naging core para maprotektahan dito yung pinaka-jungle. Kumbaga, ano sila eh, inaasahan talaga nila si Ace. Alam nila na magde-deliver si Ace as long as we support him all throughout. Wag nating bigyan ng kumbaga, dapat hindi ma-shutdown si Ace on the early game at yun yung number 1 priority dito.